Morning everyone. Today we are going to learn a topic called imaginary lines of a globe. In this class we are going to learn about imaginary lines, latitudes, longitudes and grid system. Now going to topic. The earth is made up of large land masses. They are called as continents, and their water bodies are called as oceans, and there are small amount of islands. Some geographical created globe for purpose of locating places. Now we can see the places directly. So geographically they made a globe to locate the places, and we can identify the places easily on the globe. Some imaginary lines are drawn horizontally and vertically. In globe we have some horizontal and vertical lines on a globe. The vertical lines of the globe are called as longitudes, and the horizontal lines of a globe are called as latitudes. So we have the two lines of a globe. They are named as longitudes and latitudes. Now let's study about these in detail. First is latitude. Latitude is an imaginary line which runs from east and to west. First I'll give the directions of the globe here. North, south, east and west. Now latitude is an imaginary line which runs from east to west on the globe. Here I drawn a latitude circle which lines are horizontal, and the middle of the line is called as equator. This line is called as equator. The upper of the equator is called as Tropic of Cancer. The below the equator is called as Tropic of Capricorn. The top of the Tropic of Cancer is called as Arctic Circle. The below the Tropic of Capricorn is called as Antarctic Circle. Now here the equator lies at 0 degrees and Tropic of Cancer lies at 23.5 degrees north, and Tropic of Capricorn lies at 23.5 degrees south. Now Arctic Circle lies at 66.5 degrees north, and Antarctic Circle lies at 66.5 degrees south. The top part of the globe is called as 90 degrees north, and the bottom part is called as 90 degrees south. Again I am repeating here, the bottom part of the globe is called as equator, Tropic of Cancer, and it lies at 0 degrees. Tropic of Cancer lies at 23.5 degrees. Tropic of Capricorn lies at 23.5 degrees south. Arctic Circle lies at 66.5 degrees north. Antarctic Circle lies between 66.5 degrees south. Next one, the equator divides the globe into two equal halves. This is known as hemisphere. So the north part of the hemisphere is called as northern hemisphere. This part is north part is called as northern hemisphere, and the southern part of the part is called as southern hemisphere. Latitudes are also called as parallel of latitudes because the lines that run are parallel. You can see here all the lines are parallel to each other, so they are also called as parallel of latitudes. Totally 181 latitudes on a globe. Now let's see the characteristics of latitudes. The lines of the latitudes are parallel to each other, but they never meet each other. All latitudes are drawn in circle. All latitudes to the equator are called as a small circle, and they can't divide the earth into two equal parts. Now let's learn about longitudes as well as latitudes. Let's see the directions first. This one is 90 degrees north, this one is 90 degrees south. And we all know that in the latitude the middle line is called as equator. Here the center part of the line is called as prime meridian. The center part of the line is called as prime meridian, and this prime meridian lies at 0 degrees, means this part is called as 0 degrees, and this is 30 degrees east, 60 degrees east, and this direction is 90 degrees east. This one is 30 degrees west, 60 degrees west, and this one is 90 degrees west. You can see here. And this one is called as North Pole, and this one is called as South Pole. Let's see what are longitudes. The imaginary lines that runs vertically are called as longitudes. We can say that they runs from north to south, right? The central part of the longitude divided into two parts. They are called as western hemisphere and eastern hemisphere. Western hemisphere and eastern hemisphere. This is called as western and this is called as eastern hemisphere. And then the central part is called as prime meridian, already I said, and it lies with 0 degrees. The meridian runs at Greenwich in London, United States and United Kingdom. This is also called as Greenwich meridian. There are totally 360 meridians in longitudes. First is prime meridian at 0 degrees. Second is international data line at 180 degrees. Third is 179 meridian, 1 east to 179 east and 1 west to 179 west. Now let's learn what are the characteristics of longitudes. All meridians are of same length as they meet at the poles. Meridian opposite to each other can form a great circle. Due to shape of the earth, the distance of two longitudes are greater at center of the equator. Now students, let's learn about the last topic, grade system. Now students, let's learn what is a grade system. The longitudes and latitudes intersect each other to form a square is called as grade. You can see here children, I have intersected the longitudes and as well as latitudes together. This is the intersection, the network between these two are called as grade. Now I will represent all the grades here. The middle part is called as equator, and this is the Tropic of Cancer. This is called as Tropic of Capricorn. Already I said I explained this all. This is called as Arctic Circle. This is called as Antarctic Circle. This is the upper part is called 90 degrees north. This is called as 90 degrees south, and this is called as 90 degrees east, and this one is 90 degrees west. Now this is called as prime meridian. This is called as prime meridian. It lies at 0 degrees. Next one, this is 30 degrees east, 60 degrees east, 30 degrees west and 60 degrees west. Now this is called as North Pole and this is called South Pole. Now Let's learn what is called as grade system now. What is grade system? The longitude and latitude intersect each other to form a squares is called as a grid. The network of the grid is called as grade system. It helps us to locate the places accurately in a globe. So now what is meant by Greenwich Mean Time? The country of east of prime meridian faces at the sun. Gradually the earth moves. This country in western hemisphere faces the sun. That is, the eastern countries like Japan face first of the sun and America faces at the end. The time at which we observe mean time is called as Greenwich time. That is also called as GMT. Friends, this is the class on imaginary lines of the globe. Hope you all have understood the class. We will learn more interesting in the next topic in our next class. Thank you.